Howdy folks, it's Brave Wolf Foxtrack coming to you live on March 9th, 2018. It is 6:02 Pacific Time, 18:02 100 hours military time, Pacific time. In any case, hey, we're here in March. We're making it. Winter has come 2 months later than it should have. Everything actually has come 2 months later since, I want to say fall of last year. That would be the fires in California came 2 months later. The rains that precede that come after the fires came 2 months later. And then regular winter weather came 2 months later. So we're in one of those cycles. And I remember this cycle back in when I was in high school in 1995-96. So March 1996, I remember when it had rained, snowed, and hailed back and forth all day. So I think it was like middle of March. So honestly, this is normal in a sense. It's one of those cycles. Next year, we'll probably be back to the normal. Fires are set up in September and October. Rains in October and November. So, you get your mudslides. And then regular winter weather. Anyways, that's not what I'm here for today. Today, we're talking about Subnautica. So, Subnautica, really, really cool survival game. Underwater survival game on an alien planet. You are the only survivor of a spaceship crash that was shot down onto this alien planet. Big story, really cool, a lot of fun. It's survival. Grab item A, item B, item C, create item B, add with another item F, and then suddenly you can get item G or whatever. You can make little things that help you progress better. You get to explore life on this planet, on an underwater life, and even the above water area life. Yes, they have like these pigeons, like these sea pigeons that they don't have separate wings so much as their entire bodies, like a manta ray or something, whatever. In any case, the whole point of it is, okay, you're surviving, you need to explore, you have to cure yourself of some alien disease before you can get off the planet, and then you get off the planet and get, well, I got into it because Ranting Griffin was doing it with his Storytime playthroughs. And I was like, this is cool. So I decided, okay, go ahead and get it, try it out. Because when I was much younger, and of course much thinner, I remember being on the PlayStation, not the PlayStation 2 or 3, but the original PlayStation called Treasures of the Deep. So it was underwater, find stuff, survive kind of game. Excuse me. Having coffee lately because of the weather and seasonal stuff picking up. So I sound a little nasally too. That's just the pollen and other crud. In any case, so I've been playing that a lot. Played the Freedom one where I think, well, it wasn't quite survival mode. It was, you didn't have to worry about food and water, but you had to worry about oxygen, about getting killed, destruction of stuff. You still had to collect items, materials to make things. So I did that, and I went ahead and played. on survival mode, the normal mode, where you have to found food and water. And by this time, I've watched plenty of other videos and other things to see, oh, I can do this, I can do that. I can make this, I can make that, that'll help me. So, started doing that. What I did notice is that with each playthrough, every time you start a new game, your life pod ends up in a different part of the shallows. So, it's never always the same position. You might be a little closer to the crash ship, maybe further away. Might be on one side of the reef or the other. Might be closer wherever. And that really does affect what you end up doing right off the bat, and how well or quickly you gain materials or blueprints and other things. So, in any case, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5, or even a 4.5 out of 5, 9 out of 10, just because of slight glitches, which are actually being fixed. But as far as I'm concerned, for what it is, it's perfectly done. Music is great. Anyone who buys it on Steam, you can actually get the original soundtrack within the game files. You can actually copy those over into another file or folder and put them on your MP3 player, device, whatever. Also, it's on Xbox One, if I remember reading right, and you can also use virtual reality settings to play it. So put on your virtual reality goggles, go at it. And I think that if I had this VR stuff, if I really wanted to invest into that, I'd probably go ahead and do that. You can also see it's getting dark. It's starting to stay out later. Oh, and this weekend, obviously, it's on Sunday morning at 2 a.m. It is spring forward on your clocks by 1 hour. Unless, of course, you're in places that don't do daylight savings, such as Arizona. I can't remember who else doesn't do it. And, of course, it depends on what part of the world you're in. But as far as the United States goes, it's spring forward. We'll turn your clocks 1 hour ahead on Sunday early morning. We're doing Saturday night before bed. And this is for all the devices that don't do it automatically, such as your wristwatch and your vehicle. Unless you got a really, really smart car. Your alarm clock, wind-up clock, all that stuff. Anyways, back to Subnautica. I love the exploration of the whole underwater things. And what I loved really too was the fact that at certain depths, in certain areas, you have what's called the Lost River, where it's illuminated by the biome is illuminated by the sulfur and other such rivers, or whatever these rivers are, of high sulfur and acidic content, as well as other plant life. And anyone who has researched about underwater and seen underwater rivers and underwater lakes, what these are pools of like methane or other chemicals that are very heavy, and it looks like an actual forest. It's all underwater. You see like rivers and waterfalls and all this stuff coming down, and you get to find giant skeletons, ancient sea life, more alien structures, and of course you get to thermal lava zones. In any case, though, I mean, it's just immense of what you can do. And really, imagination tends to be just the limit in this case. I mean, it's a sandbox. It's a survival sandbox. It's got a certain area to play in. A lot to do to explore and discover. And a lot to do. And you can create your own little underwater bases, underwater habitats. And you have to build them accordingly to the depths. What you want to do with them. You have to reinforce them. You have to figure out ways to power them, to keep powering them. You also have to make devices and batteries and other things. It's really fun. I've never really been onto the survival game genre, mostly because let's see what like this. Oh, I don't know. This one's going to be fun. Bright, oh no, evil bright lights for everyone. Doesn't really do much for my face. It doesn't. It's bright. I don't know. That might do. Oh, yay. Way station. Ooh. Loaded, but really, really light. Only under 13,000 pounds. No big deal. Still got just under 3 hours on my clock. Fun times. Anyways, so anyone who might be interested in playing Subnautica, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend it. I can't recommend it any more than most others who play and get a kick out of it. Lots of fun videos watching it being played. If you want to watch those for guides, I'd highly recommend it. Though at the same time I would say play it first on your own. Just explore, because the feeling of the unknown when you first dive in, unintended, I guess, really is really part of it. Because if you don't know what you're getting into, you're suddenly exposed to this wondrous world, this place of fascination, of wonder, beauty, and danger. I mean, if you're already expecting it, you're like, okay. But I guess at the same time, you could watch people play, get some ideas. Well, I'd say reserve that for if you get stuck, like anything. In any case, I shall end this video now here. Have any thoughts, questions, concerns, ideas you'd like me to answer, please let me know underneath. Hit like if you like. If you want to subscribe, it's up to you. But if you have any questions, comments, I would like to hear them. Please go ahead and submit them. All right, everyone. You have a good evening. Bye.